This is another one of the series when I'm talking about the individual grape varietals that we distill with, and today's is Sauvignon Blanc. And like many of the grapes that we started out with, they kind of disappeared from our palate because back in 1982, 1983, we could buy these grapes for $300–400 a ton. They're largely being sold to Guild and Gallo to use to blend up their Central Valley wines. And people started ripping them out and replanting into grapes that they could get a lot more money for, like Cabernet or Chardonnay. And we couldn't afford to buy. If we'd had the money, we could have paid them to keep them in the ground and just given them good money for it. But we didn't have the money at the time. So these grapes, a lot of our grapes, like Chenin and Sauvignon Blanc, tend to disappear from our blending palette. But we brought forth 3 of them. This is Sauvignon Blanc is a white grape. It's grown in the Loire Valley a lot. It has beautiful minerality usually, and it's also, interestingly enough, one of the cognac grapes. I've only tasted one cognac that was made from it, and it tasted a lot like ours. But here's a 2013. You can see it's just picked up a very little amount of oak. This brandy's less than a year old. And it has, but it still has this, it already has this minerality to it, and also a lot of very forward floral fruit, which is what all our brandies are like when they first come off the still. And then, this sort of herbal, grassy quality to it. And those qualities tend to sort of like deepen as they go on. Here's a 2013, 2011, which smells like it's still at about 66%, but it's already lost that fresh grassiness and is starting its long, slow maturation into something deeper and richer. And it's already showing a hint of what I call ferality, which is when I get into, here's the 1994 from Bailey Lovin. This brandy's almost 20 years old. And it's just gotten inconceivably rich. But there's always this sense of what I call ferality, wildness. It's as if you took some animal and brought it out of the jungle and tamed it, but you never can quite trust it. It's still a little bit wild, and that's the way this is. Just forward, nice minerality, very rich. We pick these grapes at about 20, 21, 22 bricks so that they have a lot of acidity, but they also have a lot of flavor, and this 94 is a beautiful amount of flavor. It's nicely acid. It's got beautiful structure. The flavors are extremely well defined. Forward in your mouth, a lot of it, but with the typical Germain Robin, very soft but lengthy finish, but also this sense of, man, this creature is a little bit wild.